let's shift back to Cardinal Hayes, man, because they have an interesting story this season. If you're not aware, if people are not aware, they're two highly scouted players. Ian Jackson, Elijah Moore are no longer at the school no more. Ian Jackson is a 5-star recruit heading to North Carolina. Elijah Moore is a 4-star recruit headed to Syracuse. These two were bread and butter for the Cardinal Hayes Cardinals the past 2 years, and they're no longer there. If you were aware of the news, if you weren't aware, that's fine. But if you are aware, what was your first thoughts when you heard the news that those two guys will be headed back to our Savior Lutheran?
I was shocked, honestly.
Mm.
Um, Honestly, I thought that they were going to finish out their careers at Hayes. That would have been super dope for those two to be able to do what they did at Hayes and then go on and continue the great careers that they're going to have, because both of those guys are absolute stars. I just feel like there's something bigger to this. And I know we mentioned earlier, the money that's going to these kids now, and the exposure that these kids are getting. But
Right.
I'm a fan of these new leagues. I'm a fan of the OTEs. I'm a fan of the talent that they're producing out of these leagues, and giving these kids a different option as
Right.
opposed to maybe not go to college. They get a chance to be exposed to professional trainers and nutritionists and things that all these other pros are exposed to. I
Right.
just feel just trying to benefit these high schoolers as best as possible. That's why I feel like this move was bigger than money. I really feel like this was a pro move. I feel like Ian Jackson's had a great summer. Elijah Moore is his right hand. From what
Mm-hmm.
I see them always together. I went to our guys' tournament game last year. I see these two walking in together. They seem like they're really close, so
Yeah,
I can understand
man.
both made the move together. But I mean, look, I'm happy for both of those guys. As much as I want them to be in a Hayes uniform, I
Selfishly,
can't.
right?
Yeah, selfishly, as much as I would want that to be the case, I think they'll have a great opportunity at OTE. I think that they're putting together a great thing over there, and shout out to those guys, man. They're gonna, like I said, they're gonna have great careers. I can't wait to see where their careers unfold.
Adam Njai, senior for this year's class of 2024. And then you got Jermel Thomas, uh, young sophomore, but highly skilled. Um, Jermel Thomas in the backcourt. And then they played in the championship round last year. They came up short to Stepanek. So my question to you in all this is, can Coach Loads get this squad back to the championship round with all the talent that has been, displayed? And if he does, what would that say about Coach Loads and his legacy at Hayes?
Well, if he pulls it off, this will tell you everything you need to know about Coach Lowe. I mean, talk about somebody who's fighting through adversity right now. I mean, I can only feel for what he's feeling right now,
Mm-hmm.
in regards to losing your two top guys like you mentioned before. But I'm a big fan of Adam. I got a chance to see him play in Pro City this year, and I think he's really putting together his game. And I think now with him knowing, with his two guys being gone, I think he knows the opportunities that he's going to be able to get next year, being the only guy that was uh, 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 not the only guy. I know that opportunity played a little bit last year, but a main focal point of
Right.
last year's team and the success that he had. He's going to get an even bigger opportunity now. So I think that this is going to be a big year for him, because he's really going to have the ball in his hands a lot. He's going to have to make a lot of decisions, and that's only going to benefit him in his recruiting. So I think that that's cool. And in regards to Mel,
Mm-hmm.
there's always hype around him. I've known him since a young guy coming up, so it's really cool to see him continue the legacy at Hayes. And yeah, I think they'll be in good hands. I mean, obviously the league it's always been great, but it's probably no better than it is right now. I mean, every team has a program. Every team has a program. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this all entails. But I'm expecting big things from Hayes. I'm expecting big things from Coach Loads, and shout out to Coach Phillips too. For getting that head coaching position at Iona, because honestly, that's what you're in it for. You're in it for bigger opportunities. This is a bigger opportunity for him. So I know Coach Lods is happy for him. I know selfishly he was still want him on the
Right.
sideline. I know deep down he's happy for him in his situation, and he's gonna. Iona is putting together a great program too, so I know he's gonna be in good hands.
Oh man, the one thing you just said, man, every program has a nice duo that can literally give you at least a good 30 points a night just from those two, like everywhere. Scanlon, St. Ray's, Christ the King, Long Island Lutheran, like it's all over the place. And I'm like, yo, when did Catholic high school basketball get this good? I mean,
it's so big right now. It's amazing though. It's like you said, like going back to what you said before, it makes me happy to say that I was a part of that. I played it.
But I like the fact that you got your opinion. I like the fact that you gave your opinion on Lowe because I'm in the same ballpark as you. They have two great guards. The story between those two is great. Adam Njai can really boost his recruiting process. Jamel Thomas can really get his name out there a lot more if they were to do something, incredible this season. But another team that is trying to do something incredible this season, something that has not been done in 21 years, is the New York Liberty. They are trying to get to, well, not trying. They already made it. Shout out to the Liberty. They advanced to the NBA Finals after beating the Connecticut Sun by a score of, I want to get this right so I'm not wrong, by a score of 87-84. They are advancing to the WNBA Finals to go up against the Las Vegas Aces. Mr. Mustafa Jones, what has been your thoughts on the Liberty's playoff performance so far?
It's been amazing. I got a short story for you. My best friend from college, right? His sister is Benaja Laney, right? So
what?
Yeah, I know Benaja Laney very well.
You know Queen Bee?
All the games. I'm a very strong supporter. It's been amazing to see from when she first got to Liberty a few years ago. So then them drafting Sabrina Oniascu, and then to see the career that she's having, and then acquiring Breanna Stewart in the offseason last year. It's been amazing, and I can't wait. I'll be at game one of the WNBA finals. There'll be no question about that.
Any extra tickets?
But we'll see. We're gonna talk. Get off here. We're gonna talk. I got you. Most definitely.
Oh man, forget it though.
Definitely, I'm excited. I hope they get an opportunity to win it all. We're in desperate need of a parade. We need a reason for the energy's been there though. I really appreciate New York and the supporters in New York because they've really been coming out and showing out and supporting. This has been the biggest year that they've had so far. So like, honestly, man, I'm ecstatic.
I love, and maybe it could just be for the fact that it's playoff basketball. We're focused on the regular season when it comes to, but the fact we got people in seats for playoff basketball for the WNBA, that is huge. And the fact that people are buying into it, like we're there, we're cheering. It's from top to bottom. I think I checked the attendance yesterday or for game 4 or game 3, but I think it was like 98% sold out. And I'm like, damn, like I was impressed. So I'm excited. The fact that Benaja Laney, you know her, I gotta ask her some questions. I don't go too far ahead. I'm not trying to take favors or anything like that, but if you could, I would love to ask her a question for Inside the Mecca. That would be a huge, 2-question exclusive interview with Queen Bee. But yes, man, the Liberty, they definitely have been doing what they've been doing. They just won. Sabrina had a great season, 3-point champion. Breanna Stewart, MVP. Benaja Laney, I can honestly say I love Benaja Laney for the work that she does. She's not quote unquote the main star, but she produces main star numbers. Like exactly. she puts up, like I think she just had 21 points today. She had 20 points last game. Like she's been bowling, and she does the dirty work on defense. So like, bro, I love how she plays. Like her game reminds me of, Josh Hart, Andre Iguodala, guys that can do the dirty work on defensively, but can still give you 20 points a night, and those are the best players to have, in my opinion. Like you can't, they make the difference. They're the difference maker between either win or L in any game. So Benaji, shout out to her. Congrats to the NBA Finals berth, your first NBA Finals berth. So shout out to her and that entire Liberty squad. My only critique, and I can't critique her today because she did show up. But Breonna Stewart's gonna have to bring it. She's gonna have to bring it. She's gonna have to, bro. Because other than today, when she put up, I think she put up 25 today. Um, Asia Wilson, the one that's salty because she didn't get MVP and you did, Breonna Stewart. She's gonna be coming after you in these NBA finals. So I don't want to see no 11 points, 12 points performance. I need you to match her level of scoring. 25 or no less than 25. I need that because Asia Wilson is another animal. Like, she's a dog. Like, she brings it. What is the probability of fans give a percentage if the Liberty win? What's the probability of fans that show up to the parade? 100%, 75.
Oh,
50.
it's going to be 110%. Are you serious? We need a day. You just giving us a reason. You don't understand. We've been in a drought for so long. I think the last big parade we had might have been when the Giants won the Super Bowl. And I didn't go to any of those. I didn't go to any of those parades. I mean, I wasn't too young, but
that was the last time, no.
And the last time, I don't think the Yankees have won the World Series. We're gonna get into the Knicks Nets later. And I mean, seriously, like we're in desperate need. So the fact that the fact that the Liberty are doing their thing right now and they're in the WNBA finals, they have to know that we have their support. We're gonna stand behind them. The Barclays Center rocking. They're gonna probably sell out the whole entire thing because Vegas is coming. And I wish my situation was right because I would love to be going out to
Vegas, right?
But that's a subject for another matter. But
honestly, man,
I think the Liberty have a great opportunity here. It's going to be a great matchup. They got great players on both sides, and it's going to be an epic battle, man. This is the first year of the super teams era. It seems like for WNBA, and we got
I like it.
Both teams on each side go to the finals. Like, come on now, we were asking for this, so the fact that we got it, it's amazing, yo.
Another topic that the Knicks only needed one out of the two. We lost out on one after Dame Dollar decided to sign with Milwaukee. Because Giannis ain't going no damn place now that Dame Dollar's in Milwaukee, Cream City. The New York Knicks, man, it was talks that they was either going to land either Giannis Antetokounmpo or Joel Embiid. Now Antetokounmpo's out the question. What's the chances of us landing Embiid? Do you think we can land a player like Embiid? Yeah. Do you think we can land somebody like Embiid's caliber?
Yeah, honestly, when you first wrote that question, and I seen Giannis's name, and then a couple of days later, the whole Dame situation went down. I said, yeah, you can scratch that name off the list. That ain't happen. But you said Joel Embiid, correct?
Joel Embiid, yes.
Honestly, man, I think our best shot is with Joel Embiid, and it won't be this season, but it'll definitely be next season once they're, if they don't make it to where they want to make it, and it doesn't look like they're going to make it to where they want to, because you still got Miami out there with the culture that they have. They may not have the core that they had last year, but they're always going to play hard, and they always seem to give Philly issues. And then Drew Holiday, they just, the new addition in Boston. That's going to be extremely difficult to bypass as well. So it's good for Philly, which means it's looking good for New York. I think we can definitely snag Joel Embiid out of Philly. I think New York is a big market. Joel is super duper marketable. He's funny.
Oh yeah.
His career can definitely take off in a market like New York. And I think with the culture that they have that's established in there, I think he can buy into it. I know he's probably not going to be bought into playing 48 minutes a game like Tibbs likes his
hell no.
Too, but I think he can be a defensive player of the year candidate playing with Tom Thibodeau, with Coach Tibbs. And I think they'll be able to win some games for sure. I mean, way more than what they're winning right now. I mean, last year was a really good year for New York. I mean, if you're a Knicks fan, the fact that you got out of the first round last year, I know you're ecstatic. It's a step forward in the right direction as opposed to taking a step back like you guys have done in previous years where you've made the playoffs, then not made the playoffs. So, I think you guys I think, not only I say you guys, I think we, because we're all in this together.
Thank you.
for the city. I'm a fan of the Knicks and the Nets. I want to see both teams do well. I think next year we'll have a great opportunity in getting Joel Embiid because I don't think Philly's going to have a great opportunity this year to get to where they want to get to, which is only the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't even think the finals is something that they're even thinking about right now. I think they just want to get the monkey off their back and get to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I still don't even see that happen. It's going to be tough.
It's definitely gonna be tough, man. With their situation with James Harden and Daryl Morey, and the fact that they don't know what's about to happen, and then Dame and Giannis, it's only going to take them about 2 or 3 months for them to get situated. It's not how they like to play. Boston, they not really losing anything. You got Kristaps, you got size in the back in the front court. Then you just picked up Drew Holiday, a bigger Marcus Smart. So Boston's going to be fine. I think Philly's just that's their ceiling, Eastern Conference. And if they don't make that, then it's like I feel like Philly's going into this situation this season right now, and they're just like, it is what it is. It is what it is because James doesn't want to stay there. Tyrese Maxey is the only guy that I think that really has some sort of, he's the only one that's committed because he's the only person that doesn't have any type of drama around his situation right now. So he doesn't have no care. He's just there to show up and play basketball. But yeah, I mean, I think New York can pick up Joel Embiid. I hope they get Joel Embiid. I don't want Tibbs to be the coach if they do get Joel Embiid. That's neither here nor. I'm not gonna go deeper into why I think. Just because we only have about 4 minutes left, and I want to get to these next two topics within these 4 minutes. It's gonna be quick. Quick. Let me ask you these 3 questions. Ben Simmons made a statement, said he's back to the old Ben Simmons. Just yes or no. Do you think we'll get the old Ben Simmons of 2017, 2018 for this year?
Unfortunately not. Next question.
Okay. Can Mikal Bridges be that guy, meaning the number one option for the New York Nets? Holy shit. The Brooklyn Nets. Can Mikal be that guy for the Brooklyn Nets?
Absolutely. I think, his role was different in Phoenix. He has some other great players. You got Booker, you got Chris Paul, you got other guys that, can score the ball. Brooklyn's definitely going to need him to be a superstar. I think Cam Johnson, they just paid Cam Johnson a ton of money as well. They didn't pay Mike Mikal yet. He'll be due, but they just paid Cam Johnson a bunch of money as well. And I think with this USA experience that he had and working the summer, I think he's going to be somebody else that the Nets expect to have a big year from. But I think Mikal is definitely capable. He has all the tendencies. He's athletic. He can defend. He can shoot the 3 ball. He can create his own shot. He has it. So I think he can do it.
Okay. All right. I agree. I want him in the next uniform, but I'll settle for him being in the Brooklyn Nets. Did you enjoy your time, or did you enjoy KD's time in Brooklyn, even though it was very short? It was very, 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 very short. Did you enjoy the year and a half that you got to witness the Slim Reaper in Brooklyn?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, to have your favorite player right in your backyard, it was great. It definitely, I was a fan of I'm still a fan of the Nets, but like with him being a part of that team, it was great. Him and Kyrie Irving, James Harden was there for a little bit. It didn't pan out the way all of them definitely intended it to, but
right.
I mean, to have Kevin Durant right here in Brooklyn, that was great for me personally. It was amazing.
It was nice. It was nice. I watched some games. Brooklyn definitely was. It was a packed house on some nights. So I'm glad that he got to come to New York. I wish he was in a New York uniform, not a Brooklyn uniform. But he neither here nor there. He was here, and I'm happy that he was able to spend some time with his career in New York City.
So, saying he could have had one, but I mean, hey,
bro. That just shows you how lucky you got to be, how lucky you have to be to win a championship in the NBA. Real quick, man, what are you up to these days, man? What are you doing in these streets?
Yeah, man. So I actually just finished my first full year of officiating. I got my referee certification.
Okay.
And I've been doing like charter school and middle school, high school games. I got a chance to do some summer tournaments this summer. So just really working on my craft and honing in on that. I've gotten a lot better since I initially started.
Okay. I will follow it up on the answer. I'll text you about how that's going and everything like that. But 2, how can people reach out to you? And then who would you recommend that I should interview next? Either a coach, a player, or a trainer, someone like a Chris Brickley, somebody like that.
Yes. So Mussolini3 underscore on Instagram. That's how you can reach me. And then we got to get my man Lowe's on here, man. I mean, he's in a real sticky situation. I think that'll be a great guest to have on, and you can really ask him some tough questions. He'll have some great answers for you.
All right, then I'm going to try to get Coach